Okay, here's a quick video. If you collect the basic fun games, the static ones that come with the cardboard backing. This is my newest one, Galaga, which is one of my favorite games ever. A lot of times people just rip them apart and you lose all the artwork, or you can save the backing but then you can't put it back in. So I have about eight of these games already. I think I have every one out so far. I like these because you can hold them in your hand. So there's a way to save the package, like this Tetris that I got not too long ago, end of last year. You can see it looks like it's still factory sealed, but it's actually, I've had the game out, played it, take the batteries out and put them back in, and with just a little bit of cutting and removing of the tape. The new ones have a little flap here. They have 3 flaps in the back that kind of hold it together after you take the tape off. This is a Cubert that didn't have it from last year, but it still works. The Cubert still looks good in the package, and you can take it out, play it, and put it in on display with no batteries in it, so the batteries won't leak. So there's the Tetris that has a 3rd flap. But you can see both of them still look pretty good. A little bit of cutting, which I'll demonstrate. But you can save it, and you can actually hang them up, and they still stay in the package and still keep the artwork without ripping them apart. So I took the tape off this one already. I take the tape off the 3 flaps in the back. They come, if you do it real carefully, it comes right off. If there is any little tape left over, you can just use the tape itself and just go like that, dab it, and you usually get off any tape that's left on the cardboard. So that was already done. And you can do this, you can take the tape off of the Walmart box basic fun games also. I do that because years later it's going to yellow and it's going to be hard to get off, and it'll save the artwork. And you can take it off without damaging it now. So I took the tape off to save time on the video, and then all you're going to need is an X-Acto blade, a sharp one. I usually put a new blade in every time I do one of these. I haven't done one in a while, since last year, but what you do is you start the cut right around the try me on the right hand side. What you're going to do is you're going to put the X-Acto blade in right where the plastic meets the cardboard, and you're just going to follow it down all the way to the flap, like the top of the flap. And it's only about 2 inches, 2.5 inches on either. And on this side, you're going to do this about the same, right? About the same way across. You're going to cut along there, and you might have a little bit that comes off, but once it goes back on, you'll see you might have some of the cardboard come off, right, particularly down in here onto the plastic. But once you put it back together, like I said, the Tetris looks great. Has a little bit down here you can see, but for showing and everything and keeping it like it came, this should work. So what I'll do is I just got a new blade. I'm going to make a cut along here, flat, where it meets, all the way across, right to the flap. And you might have a little bit left over here to cut. Yes, all right. Oh, and I forgot, you do have to cut along here a little bit too. Right to where the flap, not much, maybe like an inch or so. And then on the other side, about right here. Stay there. Okay, that's good there. Okay, we got the bottom there. Side arc came off a little bit there. It's not going to be perfect, but at least you'll be able to get the game out and then still put it back in the packaging. Okay, so we got our cuts made. We get the backing here, and then what you do is you just slowly pull this out, the bottom piece. They all come out one piece. You got the instructions down there. Put that off to the side, and then you can wiggle the game out itself. There you go, game's out. And the Try Me, sometimes this falls out, the Try Me logo, but it's just held in with like a little piece of plastic with a notch. So if it does fall out, you can just put it back in there, line it up, and there's a little notch that lines up in the plastic. You'll see it. And that's my clock going off, my Snoopy clock. Alright, so there you go. And then basically the package, it did rip a little bit here on the side here, but when you put it back together like that, it's not that bad. This one did pull out a little bit. Actually, I can probably just glue that with some roll-on glue or something. But like I said, once it's back in there, it'll look good. You still got the back and everything. And you get the flaps. This extra flap actually holds it pretty nicely. So you can have it on display like that. And you can play the game. And now you can take this out. And there you go. You got the game. I love these because they're a little bit easier to hold than the Walmart ones. I just like the look of them. I like them both. I have all of the Walmart ones also. But these are nice. They're easy to hold. Joystick in the middle. The Tetris, I think, was the first one that actually moved it off to the side. Only because it had a third button there. but most of them are all in the center. So yeah, I never even played this one yet. Except for demo mode. That's interesting. That's a different look. That's a totally different look for the game. Okay, well, you get the idea. That was how you do it. And then you can actually just put it back in there too. I'll try to do that real quick here. I'm going to leave this out. But yeah, you can just take this back out, like put it back in. Be careful. It's a little tricky at first. But get it over that little thing there. Slide it back in. Try me's still there. Put the flaps back around. Okay, you got the flaps back in. You got the game in. Oh, I forgot to put the bottom piece in. Yeah, you put the bottom piece in too. Sorry about that. I knew something was going too easily. But yeah, the bottom piece just slides in. Be careful with the artwork. Not to bend it if you can. I see what happened. That piece for the Try-Me thing came out, but I'll put it in later. But yeah, then you just put this back in. Yep, it's all back together. And then the flaps. I don't put any tape back on these because I'm going to take them out every once in a while and play them. But there you go. It's back together. Looks good. Not too much damage on this one. And it will actually hang too. And then you can put this back in. But that's how you get them out without, if you want to save the packaging on these games. The static ones. Okay. That's it. That's my first video on these handheld games ever. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it works for you guys. Alright. Happy playing.